Hey, hey.
Hey.
Hey, hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Okay, we are live. Oh my goodness, we got a lot to talk about. Oh my god, this is a crazy week.
Yes, ma'am.
I actually thought that the week before, especially with the Bold and the Beautiful and all that happened in Rome, was one thing. I didn't know what to expect this week, but we're going to break it all down. Man, okay, let me do these introductions so we can jump into this. Welcome, you guys, to CBS Soap Dish Recap, where Keisha, Trish, and I recap both The Young and the Restless and The Bold and the Beautiful for the week of June 26th through June 30th. And we usually start with The Young and the Restless first, and then we do The Bold and the Beautiful, and then we have two segments: our Flip the Script segment, and then Who's Taking Some Seats this week. Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into these summaries, and we're going to... we lost Keisha. She'll pop back in. We'll go ahead and do this summary, and then we'll go ahead and break down the storyline for The Young and the Restless. All right. So, with The Young and the Restless, for the week of June 26th through June 30th, Summer tries to save her marriage. Abby and Devon get a proposition from Chance, and Tucker asks Ashley to leave. Summer teams up with Chance, while Michael meets with Phyllis to plan her defense. Kyle and Audra get wild. Victor gives Nate a warning, and Ashley faces off with Diane. Kyle cheats with Audra while Nick comforts Summer over her relationship woes. And then Sharon gets a package from a dead man. Michael gives Summer legal advice, and Jack does damage control. Alright, so where y'all want to start?
Man.
I just jumped back on because it...
Yeah, you got cut off.
Somebody called.
Oh, okay. Alright, so where y'all want to start?
Wherever.
Okay, well, let's get rid of that whole situation with Chance. With Chance, Abby, and Devon. I was not expecting him to come over there and say, hey, why don't you just go ahead and take the Chancellor Mansion?
Me neither. I thought he was going to say, we're just going to let this be like Devon's place, be his permanent residence, and that he would, I guess, come and go from there instead of having them move to the Chancellor Mansion. I thought that was a little odd.
Yeah, I did too, because I was like, I thought he was about to say, you know what, let's just change the custody agreement. You two are the biological parents. He's living there. You can just give me visitation. He was like, no, I still want to have access to the kid. Y'all can just have the house.
Right.
That was interesting to me.
I kind of thought... I was really surprised because I thought they were going to pull a selfish, self-righteous Chance on us, and I thought that they were going to have him do like, well, he's here with y'all. Y'all are together, so it's not a third. I want half.
Okay.
That one didn't even cross my mind.
Me either.
It did. I thought about that, and I was like, oh, that could be some drama.
Yeah.
The whole house situation. I mean, that's huge. Literally.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is.
I thought like I said, I didn't know what to expect. So it was a shocker for me. But they left us there. Did they ever think about, they were considering it? Do you think they're going to take the Chancellor Mansion?
I think they will. I think for some reason, the way the show is looking at it is Chance is the only person in that mansion by himself, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like a classic set. So they're probably trying to think of a way to make it more useful.
Okay.
And having Devon and Abby move in there with the baby probably makes the most sense, I guess, for them to keep that particular set in rotation.
Yeah, I mean, I would think that this has got to be something geared toward this whole thing with, because there's a lot of rumors out there that Chance and Summer is supposed to hook up.
Yeah.
So if he got his own little apartment, because she's moving out, I'm not saying she's going to end up living over there with Chance, but they probably end up at his place. What do y'all think?
I can see it.
Apartment they're going to put Chance in, if it's going to be the place that Lily used to live, Lily and Billy, if it's going to be where they used to live at.
You think so?
If they even show Chance's apartment.
Yeah,
I'm just wondering, because we haven't seen that set in a while either.
No, we haven't. Ever since they did the whole going back to the GCAC, we haven't seen a lot of different sets. We ain't seen Grand Phoenix in a while.
No, didn't Lily say they were doing some renovations or something, which to me was ridiculous. I mean, it was all brand new.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was wondering when Sally came home from the hospital. She's at the club now. They were at Grand Phoenix.
Exactly.
I do remember her saying that she had moved over to the Grand Phoenix because of the renovations or something.
Oh, okay.
It's a vague recollection.
I didn't hear you.
Did I miss something here?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird, some of these storylines. I mean, that's the thing about The Young and the Restless. We have a lot of different storylines, and then some of them, they just switch off so fast. It'd be like, okay, now you're talking about redoing the apartment. And we haven't seen Lily in a while. And the whole Chancellor Winters thing, right?
Right.
Now, I do know that Crystal Khalil, she is pregnant.
Oh my God, and she looks so pretty.
I know.
Yeah,
she's too cute. She took some really cute pictures with a little pregnant belly.
She did.
Yeah, so look like it's her and Melissa Claire Egan. Both of them are the two pregnant ladies on set. But yeah, I don't know. My thing is, I would say, because they were leaning towards moving over to Chancellor, because he said that he bought that house, that penthouse, for Hillary. And of course, with Hillary being gone and Neil, so, of course, the way they had it set up, Neil passed away at that house.
Right.
I think that's probably pushing them toward the Chancellor Mansion. Plus, Catherine was Devon's grandmother anyway.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, because at first I was like, why in the world would they move into somebody else's family home? But then I'm like, oh, that is his grandma. I always forget about that little detail every once in a while.
Now, Jay Money said, don't Chloe, Kevin, Esther live at the Chancellor Mansion?
No, Chloe and Kevin got their own house, remember?
Oh, and yeah, that's right. Is Esther still there? Is Esther still there?
I thought she was living with Kevin and Chloe to help with the kids.
Oh, okay. So maybe that's why Chance said he don't want to live in that big old house by itself.
Yeah, because he said something about, of course, Esther and Jill still showing up every once in a while when they come into town or something like that. Or I don't remember how he stated it, but
and Nina too.
Nina, that's who it was.
Yeah. So. Okay, well, I guess we'll have to wait and see, because they just left that hanging on what their decision was going to be,
Yeah.
On whether or not they were going to actually take that up or not. So, all right. One of the other storylines this week is Victoria and Nate.
Ugh.
So Victoria forces Nicholas out temporarily, and now didn't she turn around and put Nate in that position? I mean, what do y'all think about all that?
Well, we saw it coming.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, girl, this man is obviously, you gonna move this guy up in less than 6 months?
Right. Less than 6 months there, and maybe a couple of years of experience in the business world.
Yeah, I mean, he comes.
Years.
What'd you say, Trish?
I don't even think it was years.
Yeah, I mean, he go from being a doctor to working over at Chancellor Winters, and then that was out, and then he ended up, being a mole, and then Victoria hires him, and now he done made it all the way up to COO over at Newman.
Right.
Now, did he officially make Audra? I think that's where that text message came in after she slept with Kyle about her life changing.
Yeah, because Audra said to, is it Kyle?
Mm-hmm.
I forget who she was talking to, but she said, I think it was either yesterday or today, said something about taking over the reins at Newman Media while Nate fills in for Nick.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think she was talking to Michael.
Yeah, I know. My thing is that she don't see what's coming. You already caught them two look like they're conspiring. That should have gave you a little bit of a red flag. You don't listen to your brother. It's only a matter of time that this is just gonna blow up in her face.
I can't.
And I still haven't really understood the reasoning behind Nate writing so hard for Audra. I still don't get that.
Mm-hmm. Me either. My thing is, isn't Nikki her COO?
No, her co-CEO.
Wait a minute. I thought so she co-CEO, or was she working side by side with Nicholas?
I thought she was the co-COO.
That's what I thought too.
Nikki and Victoria were co-CEOs, and Nick was the COO.
Why is Victoria acting like she's the only one in charge then?
Because she's Victoria.
Okay.
There was a point.
I mean,
there was really no point in even giving Nikki the co-CEO position because Nikki don't do nothing. And I feel like she always runs to Victoria, like Victoria is the only one that can make the decisions. Like she has to give her, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. She don't act like a CEO.
No. I mean, then what she should have did was saying, hey, since Nicholas, instead of having two CEOs, have Nikki take that position that Nicholas was out of. But clearly it was all about her putting Nate in that position. That's what, she wasn't thinking about sliding her mom into that position.
Shoot, that girl is scratching her itch.
Yes, she is.
Nikki clearly didn't like the idea. So as co-CEO, why didn't you step up and say, I don't agree with this?
Right.
Right. Exactly.
And block her from doing it.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
Especially when your sorry butt stayed in the chair after you literally married a man who was trying to take everything from your family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, and then try to kill. Like, this is so ridiculous. Looking at her and listening to her is just like, what? Who are you? You just did this.
Yep. Not even, a year ago?
No.
J Money said Nikki is a glorified assistant.
She is, for the most, basically.
Yes, man. That's exactly right.
She acts more like the secretary than a co-CEO.
Yep.
I know, right?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, she does. It's like, girl, what do you do except run errands?
Anywho, this is gonna blow up in Victoria's face again.
I'm gonna love every minute of it.
Yep.
And y'all, I mean, remember, I used to love Nate. I was like pro Nate. I wanted Nate to have sued Devon when Devon ruined his hair.
I remember.
I mean, I'm so bull right now. It's just the whole situation's gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really did a turnabout with the Nate character.
Yes,
he was this noble guy who was this doctor that helped everybody, gave good advice. He was good with his family. And then all of a sudden they turned him dark.
Well, they did the same thing to his dad.
Wow.
Who was a cop.
Really?
He's a good guy. And then it's like all of a sudden he's this terrible person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he turned into a jerk. Mm-hmm. However, I will say, I am enjoying it from the standpoint of the entertainment factor, and that it has livened Nate's character up, because everybody always used to say Nate was boring.
Yes, he's getting airtime for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, I just hate that they made him somebody in the comment section call him a creep.
It's
a creep.
Yeah. It's creepy.
Yeah, it's creepy,
Well, and she's creepy too. I mean, how you get in this relationship and then all of a sudden that's like everything. It's like a kamikaze pilot every time.
I mean, if we're being real, Victoria is more of a creep than he is, because Victoria or Nate kind of fought her off for a little bit, and she was the one that kept advancing at him, and then he finally gave into it.
Total predatory behavior.
Yeah, any other time that would have been a work violation.
Big time.
Yep.
But obviously he gave in, and so now do you think he did that because he really likes her, or that he wanted a ticket to the top?
I think he wants to take it to the top, but I also think he's going to like her and take advantage of everything else that she's offering too. Sorry, Keisha.
No, you're fine. I think that he is truly infatuated with her. Like, I think he does have feelings for Victoria.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't feel like he would have put his relationship with Elena in jeopardy just for a job.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's ambitious, but I feel like his feelings towards Victoria drove him more to do what he did versus him just wanting to be at the top. That's my thought.
Okay, that makes sense. I mean, that makes sense.
Attraction.
Yeah, he's definitely attracted to the girl.
Yeah.
Now, Victor, I mean, he keeps... I was surprised that he didn't fire her, because there were a lot of spoilers out there saying that he was going to fire her. Maybe it's, some stuff that might come out next week. But I know that he's supposed to question Audra. But I think that's more toward the Kyle and Summer thing next week. Mm-hmm. Versus, the whole thing with Victoria. And I mean, I could be wrong, but I think it's more about Summer than anything.
Yeah, that's what I was assuming too.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Oh, thank you. So yeah, I guess we'll have to see what's going to happen with that, but more than likely she's going to get egg on her face. And I mean, obviously Victor is questioning her judgment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So now let's kind of move over to this Nicholas thing, because what did you guys think of? Was that this week or last week? But didn't Sally go off on Nicholas this week?
Yeah.
Okay.
She said he was hovering.
Right. Okay. What did y'all think about that situation? Because I guess she's still in pain or whatever, but
Yeah. Yeah, she is. I mean, it's barely been a week since she's lost her baby.
Right.
That takes months, maybe years for some people to get over, because everybody's different. So I get that she was probably annoyed or frustrated, probably just wanted to get back to her room and just relax and not have him fuss over her.
Mm-hmm.
The way he was doing. So I get her frustration, and he should just, I feel like he should be able to understand that and just give her some, whatever space she asks for, or if it's not space and she just wants him to sit there and shut up because she wants to sit in silence or whatever, then he needs to do that.
No,
I think silence is a big part of healing, and I think oftentimes people don't know like what to say, what to do, how to help, and then they feel like they're responsible for helping. Yeah, and in reality, it's I guess, what was in the children's book with Pooh sitting next to the donkey and Eeyore and just, saying, we're just going to sit here with you, and just, that's it, we're just going to sit here with you. And sometimes people just need silence when there's that kind of trauma.
Yeah.
There's so much to process. I can't imagine that trauma.
Yeah, and then what about when because Adam had a conversation with with Sharon. Sharon told him you guys need to bond and try to figure out and heal through this, and Nicholas is on the opposite side of it and say you need to stay away from her.
I think it needs to happen however they want it to happen. And if for Sally, if she doesn't want to be bothered with Adam, then that's her decision. I don't feel like it should be a requirement that she has to bond with Adam over this or has to heal with Adam over this. If that's not what she's comfortable with doing, then she shouldn't have to do that. And Adam shouldn't be forced to try to do that with her either, if that's not what he wants to do. And if he does want to do it and she doesn't, then he needs to respect that. And he needs to find another way to deal with his trauma.
No forcing.
What about the conversation between the two brothers? I just wish they would bring these two together.
Yeah, I do too.
Go ahead.
I thought Nick was a little harsh. It was almost like I gave you 24 hours and now I'm back to being mean to you. Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm like, they get it. That boy can't catch a break from the Newman family, which is why he keep trying to tell Victor, my siblings don't want nothing to do with me. I mean, Nick plays hot and cold with him.
Right.
One moment, let's hug it out and let's have a conversation and tell each other secrets about Victor. And then the next moment, it's like, stay away, you get on my nerves, you always causing problems. I'm like, dang, Nicholas.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if, so I don't know if you saw the spoilers that I put out this morning, but as we saw in today's episode, look like Sharon has inherited a company.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering, is this going to be a new storyline? Are they going to put Sharon in the corporate world? Are they going to have both Sharon and Nicholas work together since he is pretty much on a hiatus from Newman right now? And that probably is going to take him away from Sally.
Yeah, that's what I started thinking watching that episode today, was that they're probably going to try to turn it into something, I don't know, of course, opposite of whatever Cameron had it. Mm-hmm. I don't know what kind of company it is, but I think they're going to try to turn a negative into a positive, and they're going to work together to do that and probably be something that brings them closer. Gross.
Who, Sharon and Nicholas?
Yeah.
Well, the interesting thing is that with that being the case, since she told him we got to get dirty and he talking about I'll do whatever it takes, that's going to pull him away from Sally. And after she just decided to, they decided to be in a, I guess, a. What you got?
That's why I said gross. I don't want them. That's another one of those couples where I could do without them ever being put back together again.
What do you think, Trish?
I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm over it. They're I don't know. They've been apart for so long. It's like
way too long.
Yeah, it's like don't bring them back together, please.
Right.
Let's just be over it. So
I just don't see the I guess I just don't see what everybody else sees in them. Like, I don't see that chemistry or
there's no spark. It's just like an old pair of comfortable slippers.
Yeah, I just feel like their characters have grown apart, and the only thing they're good for now is co-parenting, which they don't even have little kids anymore. So.
Yep.
Well, let me ask you guys this: do you think? Because I don't even think, to me, Nick and Sally don't even have chemistry to me. I just see him as an interloper. I don't know if because I was so much of a Adam and Sally fan last year that Nicholas being in there, it's like, why? But I think
that and Phyllis and Nick they're hot. I can't.
That's what I was just going to say, Trish. I said his chemistry was hotter with Phyllis.
Big time.
Phyllis and Nick will always be my favorite couple.
Me too. Oh my God, yes, I love them, and so many people hated them. I'm like,
yeah,
they're fun, they're funny, they're adventurous and hot.
I think Phyllis bring out that extra spice in Nick. Otherwise, he would be boring.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I think that's probably why you guys are not a fan of the Nick and Sharon pairing, because they tend to be kind of similar. They're kind of on the calm. You said boring.
Boring. Yeah, they are.
Whereas Phyllis is kind of like this vixen when she's with him. You know what I mean? She gets kind of feisty with him and stuff. You know, and they play them video games and all that type of stuff. So I think
shower scenes. Are you kidding me? Oh,
look at you, Trish.
I mean, those were all hot. You cannot deny that. You can hate them together all you want, but you can't deny those were hot scenes.
And why not revisit the Adam and Sharon?
Yeah, they let that go too.
Liked them together too.
Yeah, Sharon and Adam was pretty hot together too about 4 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Especially with Mark Grossman.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, yeah, she was good with Michael Muhney too.
Oh yeah.
You know, I don't know about what's the other guy, Justin
Hartley.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Was he mostly with Chelsea?
Yeah, that was his Chelsea era.
Yeah, that was a Chelsea era. Yep. So I don't know. I think the only thing that if they want to put a little bit of fire behind Nicholas, they need to put him back with Phyllis.
I agree. I'd be all for that.
But the problem is he's gonna light into Phyllis crazy after this whole summer thing and her coming back from the dead. He's not gonna be.
It can lead to a lot of other things too.
Yeah, they've been mad at each other before. They get past it.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah, that's true. Now, besides Adam, who could they put Sharon with? Because her and Chance didn't work. I think she was good with Ray.
Yeah, I liked her with Ray as well. I don't know, honestly.
Yeah, you know, so there's nobody else I think that's available, is it?
Take thee to a nunnery.
Did you say a nunnery? Girl, you silly. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's move it along. Alright, so then we had this whole thing with Ashley and the announcement with, okay, and I know you love this because I'm on your side with you on that lie, Trish. She lied, and of course, you know, I'm like, oh Lord, that wasn't the right thing to do.
And yet she's still got a promotion.
Yep. She still got a promotion.
I was talking about the lie with
Diane
talking about him.
Lying on her grandson, talking about he got issues because of them.
And Summer didn't ask her to do that.
No.
Just blurted it out, and now Summer's being blamed for that too.
Yeah.
Kyle just ticking me off big time.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I had sympathy for him at first, but after this week I have none.
Well, here's the interesting thing. When he didn't want to forgive Summer, is the same energy Jack should have gave Diane.
Bingo.
Mm-hmm.
Well, with the whole lie. Because how you going to lie on that baby? You got Kyle and all of them freaked out. Oh my God, my son. You mean he's being bothered by this? He's not sleeping at night? I'm like, girl, why would you do that?
Yeah.
And then when Jack calls it out, then he just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, he completely folded.
yeah. Like a cheap envelope.
That man wants to be with that woman so bad, he don't even care at this point.
Right.
Yeah. So, what do you think is the plan that Ashley has?
I have no idea anymore. I
got an idea.
Actually, she's going to do the company with with Tucker?
Yeah, actually, that was a spoiler alert. But yeah, she's going to start a new company with Tucker, and Jack is going to be pissed. But I'm like, I don't have a problem with her doing that, actually.
No, I don't.
I don't either. I thought it was something. I thought you were talking about something other than the company. Yeah, I want them to start that company.
I see zero issue. That's bad. That's why she was saying it was benign when she was talking to Billy this week. Remember? And Billy was like, "It's nothing bad at it," and she was like, "No, it's benign." Hold on, let me go over here and I'll tell you in a second.
I don't understand why Jack would be upset about that. Like, all of the issues you're having right now, you're basically blaming on your sister.
Right.
You want Diane to be able to do whatever she wants in that company. So if your sister is leaving to start her own company, then you would think that would be a win-win for him.
So let me ask y'all this. Did she, when she came back from Paris and they integrated their companies again, does she still own the patents?
I would think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think so.
She says she does.
Okay.
She just recently told Tucker she owns all those patents.
Okay.
Okay, so according to the spoilers, Jack receives a press release with a new health and beauty company formed by Ashley and Tucker. And it's a competitor to Jabot.
I love this for Jack.
Me too.
Well, you say you love this for Jack.
I love this for Jack. I want him to fall flat on his face. I want Diane to wind up being everything that we all know she is. And I want him hurt, alone, and crumpled up in a heap on the living room. And I can't wait to see that happen.
But you know what? I think that was a good move. It wasn't nefarious. She didn't pull a coup. She didn't get Jack kicked out of Jabot. She like, okay, cool. You know what? Hey, Tucker got the money. He got the business savvy. I got the business savvy. I got the patents. Let me just start my own health and beauty company, and we'll just go head to head with each other.
Right.
Hey.
On over there with your new woman, and I'll move on and do my own thing over here.
Yeah, I mean,
we gotta worry about each other.
And then Tucker gets exactly what he wants, which is to run a company with Ashley, like he originally set out to do a year ago.
Right.
And then the other thing is that they don't have to run any decisions by Billy or Jack. They can just do what they want to do.
Yep.
I have zero problems with that.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that's going to make for some good competition.
Yeah.
And I just, every time Tucker's on screen, I'm just like, oh, what's he going to make me laugh with today?
You know what? And then, like Tucker said, with her not being over at Jabot, then it's peaceful for them. Why continue to have that fight?
Exactly.
And if I was Jack, I'd be like, okay, cool, good riddance. May the best person win.
Yep.
Tucker has actually been the voice of reason in this whole thing.
Right.
And everybody's trying to blame him for all of Ashley's old crooked ideas about trying to do the coup in the company to get rid of Jack.
Oh my God. I mean, you're going to make a press release announcement about that promotion that Diane got. So, I mean, she was like, okay, cool. You going to do what you want to do. I'm going to do what I want to do.
And I loved that Billy was all incensed about that. I'm like, dude, you should have listened when you had the chance because you were told the truth and you denied it. And here it is hitting you in the face.
Exactly.
Right. I was surprised. I didn't think that he was going to be upset about it. I thought it was just going to be, oh, that's cool. You and Diane are working together again, blah, 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 and just kind of accept it like Kyle and Jack have been doing with her.
Exactly. So, hey, I'm happy for the girl. I'm usually not a fan of some of Ashley's antics, but she took the high road this time. And she actually said, you know what, I will probably do better by beating you from my own being your competitor. So, hey, too bad so sad, Jack. Go over there and figure out your new bride and she got that new job and all the lies that she keep telling.
Right.
And the zero experience in human relations. And there's a lot of laws that go with that. And you can get a company in a lot of trouble if you don't know what you're doing.
Well, listen, maybe that's what they're gearing her up for a fall.
I hope so.
Now, my question is, now we all know that Phyllis is going to get off some kind of way. She's
Right.
not going to go to jail for 1,000 years for this stuff. There's probably going to be something that, what does that mean for her? You know what I'm saying? Would she work with Ashley? Maybe, do something else, work with Adam? I don't know. She got to do something. She don't have a hotel, and they're not going to hire her back at Jabot.
Right.
I don't know. Well, I mean, didn't she get a big chunk of money when she sold her hotel?
Yeah, that's true. But you know what?
A lot.
There's Marchetti, though, because Kyle might have to leave and step down. You know what I'm saying?
I can't wait to see the look on his face when his own father tells him that.
Well, that's happening next week.
Is the brand. I cannot
Me
wait.
too.
Well,
I
honestly,
definitely was not expecting him to say that. I thought he was going to tell her she was going to have to leave the company.
well, here's the interesting thing. Spoiler alert. He's going to agree with that. So he's going to realize that that's probably for the best.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I mean, he's going to, ask a lot of questions at first, but he realizes that's going to be for the best. So my question is, where does that leave Kyle with a job? Because Audra is looking at the fact that this man is the CEO of Marchetti. Now, he's out of a job. What's she going to do? I wonder what her plan is. Now, that I don't have a spoiler on.
Let me tell you.
Kyle's an Abbott.
Yeah, he can still have whatever job. It's just not a Marchetti division. But what killed me with Audra is, man, what a disgusting person to walk up to that table this morning to Summer and Michael after she's got Kyle leftovers all over her. I mean, what a piece of work.
Yeah, I mean, she sashayed her butt over to that table. You were just 2 seconds off of her husband, and he was off of you. And you come over there talking to his wife. I'm like, this girl here is a hot mess.
She's got some gall.
Now, I gotta say, though, that those scenes were pretty hot, and so was the music composition.
Big time.
It was, for sure.
It was fire.
I had to actually sample some of that music. I'm like, I like this because I make a lot of videos and reels on Instagram. So I know I'm going to have to attach that. I'm hoping I can attach that same music to when Hope and Thomas hit the sheets. So I'm like, listen, J Money texts me on Instagram all through this week every time Bold go off. I'm telling you, that scene right there that they had, they better make sure that Hope and Thomas is just as good, because I know it's coming. Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, what you say, Trish? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
But the girl is gorgeous. Zelika Silver is a beautiful young lady.
She really is.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, and she know how to use. She's very sultry. She know how to use her sex appeal.
Perfect word, sultry.
She is sultry.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that bedroom scene where she crawled up on top of him and she crawled across that bed and got up in his face. I'm like, dang, I need to be taking some notes.
Wind it up, go practice a little bit in the mirror.
Listen, girl, listen, I need to be taking some notes. Audra, can you, give me the cliff notes, whatever?
Give us the blow-by-blow job description.
Did you? No, you didn't slide that in there. We heard that, Trish.
I would say
I couldn't pass it up.
I will say I am not surprised that Audra could pull off, or that actress could pull off a love scene like that.
Oh, yeah.
You say you're surprised?
I'm not surprised.
No. I follow her on Instagram. I mean, I know she has a boyfriend and all, but they do a lot of fun stuff together.
Cool.
So you talking about sex appeal? She definitely has it. She puts it into that character. And I mean, she acts it to the hilt. I don't think I've ever seen anybody in a very long time that did that like her. Now, I think when Hillary first came on, when she tried to seduce Neil.
Yes.
And even when she tried to seduce Devon back in the day, yeah. She probably was the last person I can remember that had that sultriness.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I
But
agree.
yeah, but they spent 3 days out of this entire week with these two in bed.
They know what's hot.
Yeah.
They don't always give it to us, but they know what's hot.
Yeah, they were hot. Now, what'd you think of Kyle, though? Do you think he made it hot, too, or did she bring all the heat?
I think
that was all her.
I do think she brought some out of him, because he had a fire in his eye that he hadn't had in a long
think so?
Long time.
You know what?
I think because of her, yeah.
Because of her, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, you know what, though? I could see if Adam had took that part that Kyle had with Audra, that would have been off the charts. Because there's this he has a sultry darkness to him, and then you put Audra with that. I think I've been saying that since last year. They probably should have Kim tested Audra and Adam instead of, if they were going to pull him away from Sally.
I mean, Adam, you could drown in those eyes. They're so deep and dark.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, seriously, he's...
And he hasn't been in a scene like that in a very long time.
Since Sally.
But that was last year.
But when they were actually together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, they got to give Adam something. If you're not going to, I think that Sally thing might be over. Even though they say next Friday or Thursday, he's supposed to make some form of an impression on Sally. And I'm like, what are we doing? She hates him, she don't hate him.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be a reactionary thing, because if Nicholas is floating off trying to dig up this information with Sharon, which takes him away from Sally is probably going to do what? Run right to Adam.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's why I don't think it's over with him.
You don't think so either?
Mm-mm. I think they're going to work them right back towards each other with this whole storyline with Nicholas and Sharon now.
Okay, gotcha.
Adam is really the only other person other than Chloe.
Mm-hmm.
Adam is the only other person that Sally has any, I guess,
connection.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's nobody else on the show that she has a connection with.
Wait a minute. Amaya said Zelika Silver said that she isn't sure whether they would do Adam and Audra, but they will be rivals. Well, you know what? That if they're going to go up against each other with that new McCall company and with Audra being the CEO of Newman Media, they could collide those two together to become a secret pair, even though they're competing with each other, but they can sneak off somewhere.
Yeah, maybe that'll happen eventually.
I hope so. They need to go there. I mean, Kyle was okay, but like you said, Keisha, she brought fire out of him. Or was that you, or was that Trish?
No, it was Keisha, and I backed her up.
Oh, okay.
I thought that there was fire there, and then she said it's because she brought it out of him, and I was like, yeah, you're absolutely right. She did bring that out.
Yeah. Because, I mean, he had same scenes with Summer, and it was, it wasn't like those two.
Right.
Nah, it was bread and butter.
Yeah. Now, let's flip it, because Kyle and Liam they got two common denominators here.
I thought it might have been written by the same person.
Exactly. That's why my thumbnail was what it was. I usually put multiple pictures on there, but I put two of the same equals on there from both shows, because they did the exact same thing. They both have wives. You both got mad at your wives, and you instantly switched within 5 minutes to another woman.
Yeah. Boy, I got a lot to say about that in the next one.
I bet you do. Everybody got a lot to say about Liam. Liam was the talk of the town this week.
For sure.
Yeah, my thing is, you sitting over there because Kyle was raving mad when Jack was trying to talk him into getting reconciling with Summer, and it's like, dude, that's not you talking, that's your pickle talking.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was playing pickleball on the wrong court.
That's what I said in my recap. He should have kept his pickle in his pouch, and he don't realize who he slept with. Audra is already doxing him. What'd you say, Keisha?
Audra is plotting already.
She already plotting. She was on the computer 2 seconds when he was outside the door. Checking for him to say, okay, let me see what else I can find out about this dude. And then she think her life has changed. What, you gonna play pregnant or something?
Well, and the way she walked up to the table.
Exactly.
You don't know her. Get out. What is happening?
I'm not surprised though that Audra did that because that's all she does. That's all she's been doing. Been on this.
He's an instigator.
Inviting stuff into people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
An interloper and an instigator.
Yep.
I mean, what was the appeal for Kyle? Was the fact that she was ultra flirtatious? He really don't even know this girl, right?
Was hot.
He was just hot.
I think so mad at Summer that I'm guessing that he felt like that was a way to, in a way, kind of pay her back for what she has been doing. And I don't think there was any thought behind it. I don't think there definitely wasn't any. I don't feel like feeling behind it. I think it was just something he did in the midst of his anger, and he's still so upset with her that.
Remember, it's not like Kyle's a great person. He did go after a married woman and get her pregnant.
Yeah, that's true.
Of anything untoward.
That is true. Yeah, and then Jay Money made a good point. What happened to Audra wanting Nate? Because remember, at some point, Audra was trying to come for Nate herself. So obviously, she's looking for the biggest fish she can get her hooks into.
Yeah, honey, Audra is going to take what she can take. She don't have to for anybody. This is about her and what she can get out of it.
Agreed.
Yep. Ron Julian says, do you guys want a who's the baby daddy story for Audra concerning Kyle and maybe Adam? But she haven't slept with Adam, so that would be, she would have had to have slept with Adam within this next week or so.
Yeah.
In order. I don't really want that just because we just did it. And I don't know. They just offed a baby, so I'm kind of like not really feeling it right now.
Man, all I know is this is about to blow up in Kyle's face. Him pulling his pickle out of his pouch to sleep with Audra is about to blow up in her face, because my thing is she thinks she's made it to the big leagues by sleeping with Kyle. So my thing is, I honestly believe they're gonna she might fake a pregnancy. Or maybe she did get pregnant. What'd you say?
Do you think Kyle would even care, though? Not necessarily the pregnancy part of it, but if it came out that him and Audra are sleeping together or had a one-night stand, I don't know if they're going to do it again. But I feel like at this point, Kyle wouldn't even care if Summer found out.
Yeah,
he's basically done with her.
Yeah, he's throwing her out the door.
The way he and Mariah were talking today, it's like, where does Mariah think she's walking on water? We all remember when she first came to town.
Right.
She has no room to talk.
Exactly. She gaslit her own mom, and then you talking about, see, I told you so, and
nobody throws her past up in her face, but she loves to do that with Summer.
Exactly.
She sure does.
Exactly.
And you know what gets me about that whole thing is when she first came to town, Summer didn't do one thing to her to incite her rudeness, belittling, calling her snowflake, all of that. And it just, for whatever reason, she didn't like Summer, and she was just mean. And Summer was just the happy-go-lucky Summer.
Mm-hmm.
And people just need to remember, Mariah is a piece of work herself.
Yeah, she's self-righteous.
Big time.
You know, she always want to thumb her nose up at folks. Tessa had kidnapped her mom and did what I think she kidnapped. Was it not kidnapped? Blackmailed. What was that whole thing with her, with Sharon and Nikki and all of them that Tessa had did something? I forgot what it was.
Was that the JT thing?
I think it was connected with that. She blackmailed them with something, you know, and it's like, girl, if you don't be quiet.
It was the JT thing. She had something to do with that, with them being blackmailed or something like that, yeah.
Trish, short and sassy, said Kyle gets mad at Summer, gets drunk and sleep with women, i.e. Tara.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he's not innocent. I mean,
go ahead. Go ahead, Trish.
Oh, I was just going to say, it's like, that's why I think the same writer wrote the same two stories, because both these guys are just absolute ridiculous hypocrites. And I don't know. It's just, when you watch it, it's almost like you can't really believe, like, is this really the direction these guys are going to take? And then it's like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I've actually seen that happen in real life, too.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
What doing, though, is worse than what Kyle has done. Because those involve like for real feelings.
Yep.
And that's somebody that you had a past with, that you ran over to her house. So I feel like what he did was a little bit worse, even though it wasn't sex. It was a kiss.
It's intimacy and connection. That's just
Okay, so who you said, because you were going in and out, who was worse?
Liam.
I was saying I think what Liam did was worse than what Kyle did because of that history there with Steffy. In my opinion, I think it's worse because there's an emotional connection there already, whereas Kyle has no real emotional connection to Audra. It was a kind of like a one night stand thing as of right now.
Gotcha.
And he purposely drove himself over to Steffy and did what he did.
Right.
And the look on his face when he left Wyatt, I was like,
wait, hold on. Y'all can't wait, huh?
Man, could not believe it.
Oh my God.
But yes, Kyle, I cannot wait until Kyle gets his.
Well, Bree said, I can't wait for Mariah to see how Audra moves. I guarantee she'll tell Kyle to go back to Summer. Such a hypocrite. And even she got redemption.
Yep.
And then Harvey Mitchell says that Tessa stole a diary and made the song or something.
She stole Mariah's diary.
Yeah.
That was one of the many things Tessa did.
Yeah, she did a lot.
A lot. And Mariah did a lot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got paid to do a lot.
Stella White. I see a lot of new faces in here, and it's like I saw it top off at like 82 up in the chat. You guys, please hit that like button. Welcome every new face that I see in the chat. I'm seeing that. Thank you for coming over here to enjoy the content. Stella White says Nick and Sharon are getting back together and they're going to business together. That's kind of what we were saying earlier. That's what I was thinking. I guess we'll have to see.
We don't want it.
Well, let's go. I'll meet y'all in LA. We'll go stand outside CBS. No, Nick and Sharon.
Listen, we'll be standing out there with the writers' strike too. I guess.
Right. Yep.
That is
people look their worth. Give them benefits.
Right.
Not without benefits.
Exactly. All right, then we got one other storyline before we move over to Bold, and that is, well, a little one. First, there's a small piece where it looks like Summer confided in Chance. I honestly think they're trying to ship these two. I don't see the connection myself, but I don't know. I could be wrong. Okay, go ahead.
I was just saying maybe it'll show up eventually.
I guess we have to wait and see.
You know, maybe he has some fuzzy handcuffs somewhere.
Oh, gee. Trish, really? Only Trish? Oh my goodness. You in the fuzzy handcuffs. The other storyline, which was so funny to me, was Michael getting ready for that whole thing, and he was on there showing his muscles in his boxers.
That's great.
He turned around and Phyllis was there.
That was really funny.
That was pretty funny.
That was pretty funny. Now, do you think Phyllis was pushing the envelope? I mean, if I walked in on somebody getting ready to get their freak on, I think I'm turning around and go right back out the door.
Right. It's Phyllis.
Well,
She don't.
It's, yeah.
Phyllis is thinking about what she needs in that moment. She don't care what's.
Yeah, but the man was in his drawers.
Well, they were still on. You gotta give him credit there. He hadn't gone all the way, so.
Oh my gosh.
Could have been like a swimsuit.
I know. And I mean, she was like, the only way that I'm going to come back is if you represent me. That girl is trying to call all the shots.
Total control freak.
Yes, she is. And then, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No, you finished.
No, I was just going to say, and then Summer admitted to Michael that she'd been talking to the cops. Michael was like, you don't talk to the cops and tell them what you did thinking that you were friends.
They're not your friend. There's lawyers all over TikTok that say, when you get, questioned by the cops, what do you do?
Exactly.
Up.
Oh my goodness. Thanks, Helena Dawson, for the super sticker in the chat. Thank you so much. But yeah, it's like Summer. She thinks that Chance ain't gonna do it, but Chance hasn't. He hasn't arrested her.
I don't think he will.
I don't think he will. Which is why Summer did it. You know what I'm saying?
I think he'll talk Christine out of charging Summer because I think he feels bad for her.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things I didn't understand in that conversation between Michael and Phyllis, or that I was curious about, was Phyllis said that guy that Summer was looking for, really that Victor's men are looking for, as the witness. She was like, she said that he did witness her, witness what happened between her and Stark in that room.
Oh yeah.
Is she lying to Michael, or
she lying?
We didn't see the whole room, and they're going to do a flashback, and the dude is going to be like standing in the window or the doorway or something. You know what? Let's
play both sides. We didn't see anything, right? So she could be lying, right?
Right.
But how could she get that body transported to where she was, down the stairs, in the car? I mean, that guy has to weigh more than she does, and it's dead weight.
Yeah,
that's lying, because I think that guy helped her.
So that's what I'm saying. Maybe that's a way to get her out of the Stark thing. Now, because he said that there was a ton of crimes that she's guilty of. What was the obstruction, or what was some of the other stuff? I don't remember.
I don't know like the official names for them, but whatever it is for faking your death.
Okay.
With she's probably going to be charged with the dead bodies that they stole from the morgue.
Yeah, that's true too.
Even if she didn't physically take them from the morgue, she was part of the whole plot.
Right. So I know they're going to probably come up with some type of loophole to get her out of this.
Yeah, they will.
It doesn't surprise me.
So to me, if it is true that guy was a witness, then she should have told Summer, because Summer was saying, we can pay this guy, he'll do whatever we tell him to do. Lie for you. Why not tell Summer he wouldn't be lying because he actually saw me?
That's a good point. Why would you have to pay somebody to tell a lie if it's the truth?
Dadgummit, Keisha, now you're being logical and such.
Uh-oh.
Because because Phyllis is worried about Summer going through with that plan. And I'm like, that would have been the perfect way to stop her, is to tell her, no, you don't need to bribe anybody because he saw me.
Right.
hear this.
I tell you what, y'all, I swear, sometimes these writers think that we don't think. Or that we don't remember, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Vinny said that maybe she can declare temporary insanity.
But even that would come with some kind of lockup.
Exactly. And Stella was talking about Michael's door being open. I mean, we've always talked about that on The Bold and the Beautiful. If you about to get your freak on, lock the door.
Lock the door.
Lock the door. Oh my goodness. Okay. What'd you say?
Maybe she stole a key because it's a hotel room. The hotel room door is automatically locked.
I mean, that girl just sashayed up in there. She don't care. And then Michael also is keeping it from the cops that she's been coming around. So
yeah, I'm not surprised about that though.
No.
I was surprised about Lauren, her reaction to when Michael told her that Phyllis came to the room. I thought she was going to be mad because the last time we heard Lauren talking about Phyllis, she was pissed off at Phyllis.
Yeah, she was. I think at this point she just wants her friend back.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
How much of a shame is it that it took all of this heartache and her marriage breaking up for Summer to realize that she's been an idiot this whole time?
Yep.
Trying to get her mom, and you saw her send her mom's phone call to voicemail. And was like, this is all your fault.
Let me ask you a question, guys, because I mean, obviously Phyllis don't know this yet. I wonder what her reaction is going to be when she realizes that her daughter's marriage is over.
She'll smile. She'll do that goofy smile and cock her head to one side and go, oh, her hand on her heart. Oh, Summer. Oh, I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. I don't think she's going to be happy about it. I think she's going to be sad for Summer for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But because the last couple of times that she's talked to Summer, she's tried to convince her to stop, basically trying to help her because she doesn't want it to hurt her. She don't want her to ruin her life.
Yeah, stop trying to do what I've been begging you to do.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, I don't know. She had to know that this was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep. Cat's out of the bag.
She's probably going to go to Kyle, like, once all of this is over, try to cuss him out about it. And it's like, you can't be mad at Kyle for being upset with Summer for lying to him about something this big.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll find a way to blame it on Diane.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Vita Worship says, I hate shoes in bed. And I know exactly what she's talking about.
I do too. I thought the same thing.
I was looking at that. I'm like, Nicholas, take them shoes off. How you going to get in the bed with them shoes
yes.
on?
And Sally had her yoga shoes on. I'm like, oh, no, we just talked about this. Oh, yep. Stop.
Hey, Trish, Calvin P says that when you were trying to do Phyllis, you sound just like her.
Oh, too funny.
Oh, my goodness.
Or scary. It's either scary or funny. I don't know.
Yeah, I saw them shoot. When he climbed in that bed with Sally with them shoes on, I'm like, oh, no, you didn't.
Right.
I'm like, dude, you could easily just kick them shoes off and have some clean socks on in front of the camera.
Yep.
Them shoes in bed ain't it.
I wonder if they ever think about that, like when they're recording, when they're filming. I wonder if they think about stuff like that. Like, if I was at home, I would not be in the bed with these shoes on.
No shoes. And the thing I wonder too is, like, sometimes people forget to tame the back of their hair. And when the shot goes from the front, everything's perfectly coiffed. But then whenever the camera's over their shoulder and it catches the back of their hair, it's like, it's all coiffed except for that middle back crown that has this squiggly separation that nobody remembered to comb out.
Oh my God.
And it's one of those things that I'm just like, if I could just have a comb, I'd fix that.
You're so funny. I think I've seen Lauren and Victoria like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I think we covered all of the storylines for The Young and the Restless, right? Y'all got anything else?
I don't.
Yeah, it was quite entertaining.
Yeah, well, I did like that. Like I say, the highlight was that scene with Kyle and in the bedroom. That was hot. And that music, too, that music was fire. You know what? I'm finna see. Because I don't think it's copyright. Because it can't be found. And if you guys don't know the song that I am referring to, hold on 1 second.
Don't they have their own orchestra and make their own tracks?
I think so. I don't know.
Because I think Trisha Cast used to be married to one of their musicians.
Oh, yeah?
Long time ago.
Okay. Let me see.
The woman who plays Nina.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Long time ago.
This song right here, it's about a minute long. I'm going to play it, though. I gotta turn up my phone. Hey.
So come with me, I know just the place. Show you place, take you on a trip.
Yeah, so that's the song I'm referring to.
Yeah.
And so they put when they did that whole second scene, because they slept together, they stopped, took a break. And then when they started up again, that's when they played that song. And I'm like, this is perfect.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to the Bold and the Beautiful. Oh boy, I know y'all are ready to rip Liam a new one.
A little bit.
Just a little bit. And I mean, Scott Clifton, boy, oh my God, the guy, give him an Emmy. I'm sorry. I mean, some people might not agree with the storyline.
Yeah, great.
He did a great job this week.
Okay. So, for the Bold and the Beautiful for the week of June 26th through the 30th, Hope tells Thomas to forget about that kiss. What happens in Rome, stay in Rome. Ridge and Brooke are serenaded and devastated. Liam tells Wyatt Hope betrayed him with Thomas. Liam confronts Hope about her romance, and Taylor tells Ridge he's doomed when he announces he's back with Brooke. As Liam forces Hope to confess she kissed Thomas, Steffy tells Finn about that kiss, but neglects to reveal Liam kissed her. A very distraught Hope begs Liam to forgive her, and Taylor tells a very crying Brooke to just be happy. And then Liam asks Hope for a divorce and rushes off to tell Steffy he's moving on before he kissed her. Alright, let's get Ridge and Brooke and Taylor out the way.
Yes, please. Oh.
Oh my gosh. Wait, let me switch the screen. Go ahead, what you saying?
I said I threw up in my mouth on Monday when they did the whole, they had the little concert with the musician.
Mm-hmm.
I can't correctly, so I won't try, but I fast forwarded through all of that. I couldn't do it. I couldn't. I'm like, I am not going to sit here and watch these two have flashbacks and gaze into each other's eyes while this man is singing to them, and I can't do it. I can't take it with those two anymore. Like, it's just, it's gross. And I feel like for the next month, we're going to keep seeing that flashback.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, maybe.
What kills me is that when he's like, be my Logan forever, he just asked Taylor the same thing on the mountain after he chased her.
Right?
Yep.
How can you justify and explain the 180-degree turns of your feelings and emotions? What kind of a person does that? I mean,
you can't explain it. I laughed when they got back, and he went to Taylor and was, breaking the news to her, and Taylor was like, why is it going to be different this compared to all the other times? And this idiot says, I don't know because I'm older now.
Yeah, he said because he's older. Older than what? 9 months ago.
Right.
Idiot.
Because I'm older now because we've learned our lesson. Because we're gonna do things different. And I'm like, at your grown age of 60-something years old,
dang,
you have not figured it out with this woman in the last 30 years. Why do you think that anything is going to change?
Really, dude, no joke.
This isn't some brand new romance, and you guys had to hiccup, got into an argument. This is somebody that you've been going back and forth with for 30 years. Like, I am tired of that same old tired line that the writers give them about their destiny.
Wait a minute. Wait. This was priceless when Taylor called it a dusty destiny card.
It's so funny.
Oh my gosh, that was hilarious.
That was hilarious.
Honestly, you guys, she kind of is like this show's Tucker at this point.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's funny.
Actually, they would make a good match, Tucker and Taylor.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just annoyed. Like, I knew that they were going to get back together eventually because that's what the writers always do. I just wish it would end up quick. You know what? I'm sorry. I want you back. Let's do this and get it over with. I don't want a family gathering of the Logans to celebrate this reunion.
Our beautiful sister. Oh, it's their destiny.
I'm going
to take
if that happens.
I know. It's like, well, how many times do we have to see vows that don't mean anything?
Right. At this point, if you guys are going to get married again, just go elope. Go to the justice of the peace. I don't want another big wedding because it doesn't mean anything to either one of them.
Please don't wear white.
Okay, so let me ask you guys this. With everything that's going on between Liam, Hope, and Thomas, do you think that's going to cause problems between Ridge and Brooke?
Hope so. I do. I hope so.
Because if she finds out, and I'm hoping Brooke don't blame Thomas for this. You tried to manipulate my daughter. It's your fault.
She will.
Because she tried to blame it on him when Hope admitted that she had feelings for him to her. She said Thomas was manipulating her again. So this is gonna be Thomas's fault in her eyes.
Yep.
Oh, that sucks. I hope not. But I could honestly believe that it's going to cause some tension because Brooke is a Liam Spencer fanatic.
She is.
Yep.
And she wants Liam, but see, that here's the other thing. If that truth come out about that kiss, because Steffy and Liam right now are being not good people by, huh? What'd you say? I didn't hear you, Keisha.
I said I'm so mad about that.
Yep.
Yeah, my question is, okay, wait a minute, because I know we kind of jumping ahead. We'll get there, because I got to ask that question, too. But, yeah, I agree with you, Keisha. I don't want to keep seeing them on top of that balcony every episode with that kiss. They did the same thing with the two of them last year. Remember?
Well, they did the same thing with him and Taylor. When she would, when they went to find Steffy, because Finn was alive.
Exactly.
And him and Taylor were on a balcony, and now him and Brooke are on a balcony, and there's a pine cone, and there's a keyhole, and blah, blah, blah.
Seriously, it's like, can we just move on past that? The best drama this week was happening between Hope and Liam. That carried the week. That other stuff, we only got to see Thomas kind of fantasize a little bit about that kiss, but that was for like 30 seconds. The rest of this week was pretty much about Steffy, Hope, and Liam. That other stuff with Brooke and what happened in Rome and all that, we don't need to see no more of that. No dig to the Bridge fans, because there are some diehard Bridge fans out there. But it's like, okay, we've done this 3,000 times. You know what I'm saying? So That's
I mean,
just
don't you want better for your girl? Like, I mean, I would,
Yeah.
if I knew her and she was my girlfriend, I would be like, you deserve so much better than this. Like,
But
let's
look at patterns.
Yeah.
She does it for herself. So
Yeah, she does.
It's no surprise that she supports this for her daughter.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Aditha Lee in the comments seems to think that Steffy brainwashed. I'm not sure who. I'm assuming brainwashed Liam into the idea that Thomas or that Hope was in love with Thomas or had feelings for Thomas.
Oh, no, we all saw how Hope was looking at Thomas when she was in that dress and he was messing with the hem. We saw how she looked at him. Come on, man.
Right.
Okay, so Aditha Lee, I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, but I have multiple clips. You can ask J Money of the fantasies that I've cut and clipped from all of the episodes where Hope is fantasizing over Thomas all on her own. So that was her. She was the one that was feeling some kind of way when Thomas touched the bottom of her skirt, touched the back of her shoulder, when they were in San Francisco and she almost kissed him, and she was the one that pulled him into a kiss not once but twice in Rome. So I don't think Steffi had anything to do with that manipulation. That was Hope. She is hot for Thomas.
Yes, she is.
The girl is hot. And it ain't over. Because, yeah, she gonna kiss him again next week.
I guess a lot of the Hope fans in their minds are just seeing Steffi behind Hope, shoving her into Thomas over and over again.
You know, as much as Liam is a waffler, I mean, I gotta say, Hope did say, I don't know what to do with these feelings. I feel this way. So at least she could take accountability for the fact that she's feeling something.
She did. She did.
She took accountability. So you need to let her own that one.
Right.
She's a big girl. She can own it.
Yep. But, okay, so back to the Taylor and Brooke conversation now. Because Ridge, that whole conversation with Taylor and Ridge, I'm like, dude, just go. Just go.
Right.
You still ain't opened your mouth about what happened with the blue nightie and all that stuff. You keeping that secret. And then Brooke was acting like ain't nothing happened. I'm like,
right.
girl.
But Taylor's not stupid. She knows. You can feel it.
Exactly. Yeah. They both was trying to go for Ridge 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had to go back and look at past episodes to figure out where everything turned around, because in that conversation they had today, so Taylor came upset with Brooke when she found out Brooke was still didn't trust Thomas, and that was when her trust for Brooke, or the friendship with Brooke, started to, I guess, falter for her because of the way that she still felt about Thomas. When you remember when Brooke confronted Hope about her feelings for him, and Thomas was listening in the doorway.
Yeah.
And was saying all those negative things about Thomas, I guess, to try to throw her mom off at first. Thomas went back and told Taylor what happened. That was when Taylor started to, I guess, her feelings towards Brooke.
Yes, absolutely.
So the whole reasoning behind why they decided to end their pact, in my opinion, is stupid. The pact was done to begin with, but you're ending it because this woman, I guess, still hasn't fully forgiven your son. And then you go and, I guess, try to throw yourself at Ridge again. And then Brooke decides to go try to throw herself at Ridge again because she thinks that Taylor was setting her up with Deacon to get her out of the way. And it's like, yeah, that pact was never strong to begin with, because they flipped just like that.
Yep.
Well, I mean, the other thing is somebody messaged me on one of my recaps about Catherine Kelly Lang said in an interview that she didn't break the pact. And when somebody questioned Catherine KKL about what happened at Christmas, was that New Year's Eve or Christmas Eve or whatever, I think it was Christmas Eve. She said that kiss was orchestrated and pushed by Pam, and so she don't feel that the character Brooke broke the pact.
God, no accountability. Wow.
I'm like, wait a minute. But I can understand because, KKL has a lot of Brooke fans, right? So, hey. But I'm like, I don't care if somebody put a mistletoe over my head. I'm not kissing somebody I don't want to kiss.
Bingo.
So, I don't know about that one. I mean, that.
And I'm also not letting a robe fall off of me to expose the spaghetti straps on my very low and tiny nightie either.
Yeah,
that robe hit the floor.
That robe hit the floor. And then they were all up in each other's face, and then you told her, just like Hope told Thomas, what happened in Rome better stay in Rome. What happened in Brooke's house that night better stay in Brooke's house, pretty much. Because she told him not to bring it up. And they kept that from Taylor, which Taylor is like, oh, no. Something been brewing between you two that I don't know about.
Yep.
And so, of course, Brooke denied it. But let me ask you guys this. When she said, I just want you to be happy, I'm going to go live my life and be happy with my kids and grandkids, but I want you to be happy. Did you see Brooke's face? It's almost like she didn't expect her to say that.
Yeah.
I think she was expecting more confrontation and more of a fight or something.
Maybe so.
I definitely think she was expecting more of a confrontation. And
maybe Taylor. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say maybe Taylor now realizes he's not such a prize. I mean, you can still have feelings for someone and still have that love for them because it's been so much of a part of you. But you can also look at that person and go, man, I do have these feelings for you, and it's weird because you're really not that great.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, so what that tells me is that maybe they are about to move the Taylor character over to another man.
I hope so.
The question is who, because there's a lot of people that's trying to ship her and Finn together. And I'm like, why?
No.
Let's not do that. No, I'm not feeling that, but I've been seeing that a lot, talking about, Finn and Steph and Finn and Taylor.
That's just so that they can say, see, Steffi's mom slept with her husband too.
I hope not. I hope they don't go down that road. Keisha is responding to what you said earlier, saying Steffi, Thomas, Taylor have been constantly telling her she wants him.
These are the things that leave me flabbergasted is that people think that an adult can tell another adult how to feel about someone else, and that, like, I'm sorry, but before Steffi even realized that Hope may have had some feelings for Thomas, she was already fantasizing about Thomas.
That is correct.
Yep.
That is absolutely correct.
Watch it all over again because Hope has been looking at him like a slobbering dog for months now.
Oh, right. God, yes. That means they go back like you say, about a month.
Yeah, and using that argument, if that was something that could actually happen, or that was really true, then Liam would have been with Steffi, because Taylor has been telling, and Steffi had been telling Liam for years that they belong together. So, I mean, that doesn't make sense to me.
Gotcha.
She's an adult. She can make her own decisions. Nobody is making her fantasize about this man, and no one has even brought up the idea of her and Thomas being together until Steffi saw them holding hands.
Yeah, exactly. Because when she fell off,
resting his hand with her thumb. You know when you hold someone's hand, if you shake someone's hand and it's just like a handshake, you shake their hand and you're done. if you care about someone and you're holding hands with them, you'll find yourself like rubbing. She was rubbing intimately his hand and looking into his eyes and looking down at his lips when she was standing 2 inches from his face.
Yeah. I mean, her fantasies was well prior to Steffi making that discovery.
Yep.
You know, I mean, because even before that, when she fell off that rising and Thomas caught her and she was on top of him looking, she was looking in his face before Liam had a conniption when he walked into the office. That girl has been feeling something for a long time. And honestly, I think she was feeling something back in November. She just didn't move on it.
Yep. Oh no, we lost Keisha.
Yeah, she'll probably just pop back in. Because her phone was kind of going in and out a little bit, her connection. So that's probably what happened. But she'll pop back in. But, yeah, Trish, I honestly think, because remember when they had the fashion show back in November, and Liam wanted her to come home, and she just blew him off and stayed with Thomas. Thomas made advances, and then she stopped him.
Yep.
But I honestly believe there was a part of her that was kind of attracted, but she was like, nah, I better not do this at that time.
Yep, I agree. She definitely was, because you could see the heat. So, Hope fans, y'all, we love Hope. She's great, but she's not. There's no halo on that head.
Yeah, I mean, listen, this ain't the first go round. I mean, last time Steffi caught them in that design room up against that furniture.
Yep, and Steffi was with me.
And that was Liam's wife.
Yep.
You know, so, you know, I mean, everybody, it's a soap opera, so everybody got their little bit of, you know, skeletons.
Once you hit 18, it's a hoedown.
You silly. Trish, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to make you the official comedic relief.
Oh no, okay, I'll take it.
Yeah, so I honestly think that this girl has had feelings for him for a long. Even let's go back to Zoe. Why would it, if she was? Remember when Thomas and Zoe were making love and they were hearing all of the noise? Why would that bother you, Hope? If there's some parts of you that was like, man, it sounds like they're having a lot of fun up in there.
Yeah, they were. They sure were.
And so she made it about Douglas, like, oh my God, the kids can hear you. Okay, just move the kids out the way. Right. I mean, he's in his grandfather's house with his girlfriend.
Right.
Why are you listening? Obviously, you were wondering what that was like.
Yeah, fantasizing for sure.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? So she's been I think she's been toying around with the idea for a while, but, you know, her conscience has been holding her back until she just couldn't take it anymore.
Right. Well, I mean, she just doesn't want to be her mother, you know?
Right. Exactly.
And honey, you know, look who your daddy is, too, so I'm just saying.
I mean, yeah, your daddy slept with Sheila Carter, so...
Yeah. More than 9 times.
Oh, you are so funny. And she only got 9 toes. Oh, my goodness. Now, it was funny, though, that Hope told Thomas. See, this is the part that I think Keisha had an issue with. I don't know what happened. Keisha, I know you wanted to talk about this. I see her in the chat. I don't know what happened to her. But I know Keisha did not like the fact that she got Thomas all hot and bothered. And then turned around and got on that plane, got back, finna go to L.A. and pretty much say, okay, all the fun is over now. Forget about what happened.
Yeah.
Keisha, did you hear me?
No, I couldn't hear. What y'all talk about?
Okay, so I know you had an issue with the whole situation of Hope telling Thomas after she pretty much became an instant couple in Rome, get on that plane and then turn around and say, well, whatever happened in Rome, stay in Rome. Don't even think about it or bring him up. How you going to get that boy hot and bothered and then just drop him?
Right. Yeah, so Thomas is who I feel the most sorry for in this situation. And I know this sounds crazy because Thomas has done a lot of nasty things in the past. However, they've obviously, Hope has forgiven him because she's lusting after him now. They're working together fine.
Mm-hmm.
He has behaved and, kept his hands to himself or whatever. Like, they're past it. So my issue with that is her knowing how Thomas feels about her.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been different had she kissed him and then immediately said, oh my God, I should not have done that.
Right.
I'm sorry. I need to go. Went back to her room and minded her business for the rest of the trip and left Thomas alone. But she didn't. She kissed that man twice, grabbed his face twice and kissed him. Then took his hand and walked around the city with him, had dinner with him, and whatever else. They basically hung out the entire day like they were lovebirds. And you're doing this with a guy who is basically head over heels in love with you. So for her to do that, and then they get on that plane and she tell him, let's just forget this happened. I think that's awful because she wants to go back to her husband and her family. And Thomas is going back home with, that one day that they spent together was probably the best day of his life. And there's nothing else that he can do about it because Hope basically just used him for that day to try to get past her lust, I guess.
Right. Get it out of her system or whatever.
Yep. Yeah. And he's had to do the work that he needed to do to get over his feelings for her.
Right.
And she just basically destroyed that in a day. And that's why initially that when Steffy went off on her, that's what she was mad about. She's like, my brother did this work to get over you. I need you to chill out. And this is exactly what she didn't want to happen.
Yep.
And Jay Money is funny. He said, I told y'all last week that she was going to give Thomas the worst case of blue balls in the history of mankind.
Royal blue.
I mean, seriously, like you said, they are in Rome, romantic city. Like you said, Keisha, you gave this man the best day of his life. You can't tell me that man didn't get a bone.
Exactly. Well, and the thing too is, okay, the kiss is one thing. That was like a spontaneous combustion.
Right.
Right.
The holding hands, y'all. I said this last week. That was intimacy.
Exactly. Yes. They call that what? PDA, public displays of affection.
Yeah, all out in the open. All out in the open. And that was why in my flip, that was why I said I wish Thomas, after she kissed him, I wish Thomas would have stopped her and said to her, if this is just going to be, basically, what is this before we go any further? Because you're not about to get my hopes up.
Right.
Right.
This is just you trying to get, something out of your system and then you're done with me. Like, I'm not going down that road with you. I wish you would have stopped. That's why I said I wish you would have stopped her and said that. Because he sat down next to her on the airplane like none of that happened. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't just do a whole day of, romantic sightseeing and PDA and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, she acted like she wasn't even married.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
Liam said, out in public in front of everybody.
Yeah, I mean, she's the face of Forrester Hope for the Future line, and so is the lead designer. And imagine anybody like, wait, ain't she married?
Yeah, where's the picture?
Right.
Tabloid cover.
Exactly.
And she had people stopping her, asking for pictures, so people knew who she was.
Right. Well, I will say when Liam was hammering her with the questions, knowing full well what that man has done to her and to Steffi, I was like, dude, you are outright abusing her. The way that you're, the way that you're handling this.
Are you talking about the confrontation?
Yeah. Yeah.
She did not. He was asking all those questions. She did not want to say anything. She was like, "What are you talking about?" Oh yeah,
Which
you.
also surprised me because I thought she was going to go home and fess up to everything. I didn't think that she was going to try to keep that from Liam. With her being the goody two shoes that she is.
Girl, please. She was going to take that. When she told Thomas what happened in Rome, stay in Rome,
Yep.
she wasn't going to say nothing.
You realize it at that point that she's not planning to. But
yeah,
I don't know. I was just.
I mean, she held on to the end. I mean, and then when she saw that suitcase, oh my God, I was glued to the TV. She saw Liam. She saw Liam's suitcase. Well, wait a minute, you was in Rome, and I'm like, girl, put it together.
What are you doing there? Right.
Put it together.
I feel like she basically said to herself in her head, I'm not admitting to anything until he tells me that he saw me do it.
Exactly.
Until he says that he saw me kissing Thomas, it didn't happen.
Right. Yeah, because, I mean, she held on to the end. That man had to actually, well, he got the screaming and can on.
Well, and y'all know what? That's the same thing that her mother has done in the past.
What you mean?
Was holding in Brooke whenever she would be confronted about her whatever affair number it was.
Yeah, you're right.
Sometimes she's bawling her eyes out. I mean, KKL can cry on a dime. She's amazing, but she'd be crying her eyes out and then finally burst out and admit it. It's the same. Hope is her mother's daughter.
Yeah, but Hope didn't. She never admitted it.
She never did.
She never admitted it. Liam told her, "I saw you." And then she admitted it. And then she said what happened.
Wait a minute. Scott Clifton is something else. I mean, he was like, say it, Hope. Come on. Yep. You can say it with me. Come on.
Abuse.
What'd you say?
That was abuse.
And, yeah, I was like, I mean, even when we got to talk about Steffy, too, and Finn. But that whole thing, when he said, you know what? Nope, I'm done. I want a divorce. I'll come get my stuff, and I'm going to stay with my dad. I'm out.
You know, the look on her face told me that she was running through every single time he hurt her, and she's in absolute disbelief that he's going to just throw everything away over this.
Yeah, and I think for Liam, it was who it was and not necessarily that she did it.
Right.
I think had this been some random guy in Rome that she had a one-day tryst with, he would have been hurt and upset, but he would have easily forgiven her. But I think because he despises Thomas so much, I know it's because of that. He despises Thomas so much that he's just done with it and doesn't want anything to do with her.
Which, I mean, I guess he forgets that Thomas is the reason he's out of prison. Him and his dad both. You know,
they always forget the stuff that good things that Thomas do.
Yep.
But that scene between the two of them, they both acted their butts off in that scene.
They did. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
It was. When he said, when she was like, "So you came all the way to Rome and you didn't see me or you couldn't find me," I forget what she said, and he was like, "Oh, I didn't say I didn't see you." Yeah. I was like, man.
Dang.
Liam plays a good angry character. Like when he's mad, and it's rare that Liam is that mad about something, but when he goes off on somebody, it's like he's a totally different person.
He's shaking and he's got like that little spittle come out.
Yeah.
And even just the way that he delivers his lines is it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's guttural.
Yeah, it's so I'm looking at some of these comments. Honey Smile was like, say it with me, Hope. I kissed Thomas. And then what did J Money say when he screamed, say it. He won his Emmy right there. But I will say that a lot of people did not like that scene. It was mixed reviews. I'll say that.
It was
Really?
hardcore.
Yeah, it was mixed reviews because, like Aditha saying and like Trish just said, they thought it was emotionally abusive. Other people thought it was just good acting.
It was great acting.
You know what I mean? So, yep. But yeah, that whole thing was crazy. I mean, she held on to the end, and he had to pretty much pry it out of her.
Yeah, she did.
He had to.
I really wish Steffy would have told Finn what Liam did.
I do too. And you could. I don't know when they every time Finn said something about something like I get why he's upset or angry. I would be angry about that too, even if it was just a kiss. And then they would, pan in on Steffi's face, and I'm like, dang it, they're about to make a big deal about that kiss that Liam planted on her.
Well, she didn't ask for it, and she didn't know it was going to happen, but she could have pulled away sooner.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I was disappointed about with her, is that she didn't pull away faster.
I was disappointed.
She eventually put her hands up, but it wasn't fast enough.
I was disappointed that she didn't even tell Finn about the first kiss in Rome. Right. I'm like, girl, you're going to end up digging yourself in a deep hole if you don't tell your husband that kiss. He already been through this with Liam before, which is why they had the who's the baby thing with him and with the baby Hayes. And then now this man coming around kissing you, and then fast forward to what y'all was talking about. I wasn't feeling the fact that he just bum rushed that girl with a kiss. It's like, excuse me.
Especially considering her reaction the first time he did it.
Exactly.
Right. Well, and how dare you think that the way that you left her on her hands and knees screaming your name in front of that house
while she was pregnant,
and the way you picked Hope, and now you're coming over there saying, now I picked you? Get out.
Right. My thing is, he has zero respect for Finn at all.
None.
I mean, Finn was the guy to say, hey, go over there, go run after your wife, blah, 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 blah. You come up in this man's house and kiss his wife. Now, I agree with you guys as well, saying Steffi didn't push back. Now, she was shocked. But it left us with the cliffhanger. One or two things going to happen. Is she going to kiss him back? Or is she going to be telling him, get out?
I don't think she'll kiss him back, because I feel like if she had those feelings for him still, that she would have kissed him back when they were in Rome.
I don't know. I'm kind of, I don't know. Where's this going to go from here?
I think she's going to reject Liam again, because it's not like she's never done it before. She's rejected him before, like I said last week. You rejected him when she was married to Wyatt. Yeah. And she, to me, I don't think she's given any signs that she wants to be back with Liam.
Yeah. I don't think she has either. I mean, I didn't know. Did we expect Liam to kiss Steffi last week?
No.
I didn't expect that at all. I was shocked. So I don't know if they're rotating these characters around, because Finn, I know Sheila will be back. And according to the spoilers, Sheila's going to get a welcome visitor or guest or surprise or whatever. The only person I could think of that possibly could be is Finn, if he found out that he was betrayed. And he go run into his mommy dearest.
Go run to Lee.
Right? Exactly.
Oh, man.
Not Sheila.
You know, I mean, he probably so pissed off that he knew, Sheila always had issues with Steffi. So he was like, see, Mom, you were right. She betrayed me, blah, 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 blah. I don't know how the writer's going to do that.
I hope they don't do that. I prefer that route be taken with Lee, because Lee also brought it up too at one point.
Yes, she did.
So go complain to Lee. Don't go complain to the crazy murder this individual. Right. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, happy belated birthday to Kimberly Brown. Her birthday was yesterday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yep, her birthday was yesterday, and she was celebrating as usual on Instagram. I forgot to mention that. But I wonder, would they end up, because they need a villain, right? If they're gonna, what if they make Finn go dark?
I would prefer it if hopefully Steffy comes clean to Finn and tells him that Liam kissed her twice. Mm-hmm. And I would prefer it if they made Liam the villain or the dark character, because his life has been blown up by Thomas and Hope, and now Steffy is rejecting him. That's the direction I hope it takes.
That could be fun because he is Bill's son too.
Yep. He's Bill's son and he plays a good angry character.
Who, Liam, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean make him go dark?
Yeah, Liam.
Okay.
Liam.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, he could, but that means that I honestly would want Steffy to go ahead and clear this air. Tell Liam to kick rocks, and then go tell your husband. And then, of course, Finn is going to be on the rampage. He's going to want to try to bust his chops. And, that's what he get. I mean, Liam felt so emboldened.
Yes, that was just the look on his face was like, you were mine once and I'm just going to take what I want. And that is graceful.
Yeah, I mean, I guess because of the fact that Hope and Steffy has been so accepting of this for so many years, he figured like, oh, well, let me do what I normally do. Hope messed up. Let me run over here to Steffy. She's married, though, this time, Liam.
Yep. And that's why I'm hoping that she sticks to her guns and she tells him no.
Yeah, a lot of people are not happy with that one because of the fact that they like Finn.
And I'm one of them.
They think, they see Finn as a good guy. They also see Finn being that separate husband that, Hope and Steffy didn't have to fight over again.
Right. Not tainted by Logan.
And, you know what I'm saying? So, exactly. So, with having Finn in the mix, she had a man, brand new, fine doctor. Mm-hmm. And everybody was excited when Steffy got with Finn. And now, what are we doing, writers?
Right. Liam deserves to be alone for a while.
Just like Ridge.
I've wanted that for a year, y'all. I tell you, that's exactly what I've been saying.
Shoot.
Just like Ridge, just like Bill has been. Mm-hmm. Let him be alone for a while.
Yep. And Wyatt, Bill, and Ridge was for 3 months until this whole pact ended or whatever. But yeah, Bill, you talking about billionaire dollar Bill Spencer ain't got a girlfriend? Come on.
Right.
So you can let his son take a hiatus too. Yeah. Both of his sons, because Wyatt, where's Felon Flo?
Right.
I haven't seen Flo in months. Now I know she's probably off contract or whatever. But what was the end story of her being missing? Did they break up or something?
I don't know. I never heard anything.
They never said.
She just disappeared.
Yeah,
wow.
We don't even know. Maybe they're still in a relationship and they just, they're just not showing her.
I agree with.
I don't even know where Wyatt lives anymore.
Yeah, that's a good question.
He used to be in that beach house, right?
Right.
Yeah, I sold it back to Taylor.
Right.
Yeah, I don't even know where Wyatt lives anymore because he doesn't live at home with his dad.
Lily E said Thomas was alone for 4 years. Liam has not been single for like 10. Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
He's always had somebody.
It was Ivy, it was Sally, it was these two ladies. Anybody else I'm missing?
I don't think so. There was that
Quinn when she kidnapped him.
Yeah, then he slept with Amber too.
Yep, yeah. Amber.
Yeah, so
there was very small period of time when Steffy was married to Wyatt, and he didn't have anybody.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
So Liam had Amber and Sally and Steffy and Hope and Ivy. So yeah, he's always had somebody. Yep, you are right. And Thomas ain't had nobody for well, he had Zoe. I mean, obviously they were sleeping together, but he wasn't in it.
Yeah, he was using her.
Exactly, he wasn't in it. Okay, so yeah, this whole thing, Liam, I was like, dude, you sound like you just the biggest hypocrite as Kyle is right now.
Mm-hmm. And like I said earlier, I feel like what he's doing is worse than Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because there's history there. I mean, I'm not saying what Kyle did is right by sleeping with Audra. He don't know that girl from.
Yeah, but there's no deep-seated love.
Right, there's no history. That's just 110% pure, unadulterated lust.
Yes.
This thing with Hope and Steffi and Liam, that triangle has been going on for a decade.
Yeah.
So, dang, did we cover everything?
I think we did.
I'm pretty sure.
Did y'all have enough of beating up on Liam?
I can never have enough of beating up on Liam. I can do that all day.
I know. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to Hope running to Thomas. Now, there's some people that are actually saying that Thomas is going to reject her. I don't know about that one. That would be crazy.
That I would love to see, though, her chase Thomas.
Yeah.
Oh, to have her chased him for a while.
Yeah. Because Hope has never had to chase anybody.
And
neither
well, she did chase Liam when he was with Steffi.
Yeah, that lasted for like half a second, though.
When she came back to town and he was married and meeting her up in the hotel room and she was begging him to rethink things.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
No, yeah, I agree with you. That just, it didn't last very long, though. She never really had to, for real, chase anybody. She never really had to chase Liam like that. The only thing that was stopping them was he just wasn't divorced yet.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It just never felt like a real, like, man, I really want to be with this man, but he doesn't want me. Or, you know, he's really conflicted kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Like, I want somebody to tell her no. I want Thomas to say, no, this isn't a good idea. I'm not doing this for a while.
Right. Oh, man. That would be interesting if he kind of be like, not so fast. Yeah, you think you just gonna roll your butt on over here? Liam is wanting a divorce, and you think you're just gonna play tongue hockey with me? Not so fast.
Right.
But wait a minute. Oh, he's so funny. J Money said if he rejects her means blow her back out, and then Thomas is going to reject her afterwards. J Money is hilarious. Thomas's plan is working. He's not going to reject Hope. Oh, okay. Well, I guess we'll see.
What is his plan, though? What plan?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I've been seeing, because we really didn't see much of Thomas this week to really know if there's some type of plan, unless we'll get more details on it.
Yeah, Thomas has literally been minding his business.
Exactly. And like I said, there's just some diehard Hope fans that just refuse to believe that she is absolutely doing this. She did this all by herself.
Mm-hmm.
Thomas didn't make her do anything. She is experiencing some feelings in the nether area.
Yeah, in the Netherlands.
And this is exactly how Brooke is going to react when she finds out. This is going to be, this is all Thomas. Thomas is doing this to you.
Hope is not pious.
Yeah. What's her favorite word? Manipulate.
Yep.
Oh, Thomas is manipulating you. Yeah, so. Everybody's
a manipulator, except for her.
When it comes to her, she can't. And that's so insulting to the character, you know? Mm-hmm. She's a great. She has her own feelings, and she has her own libido, and she's going to make her own mistakes, and, you know, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell it was her, because in her fantasy, she was the one on top.
Yeah, she was, and she's the one who grabbed his face and looked at him with desperate puppy dog eyes and pulled him in and stuck her tongue down his throat.
Yeah.
And then did it again.
And she did again. She gonna do it again, too.
Yeah.
So, all right, you guys, let's move over to our final two segments, our flip the script and who's taking a seat. So for all of you newbies in the chat, for our flip the script segment, if there's a particular scene or storyline that you wish you could change, that's where we flip the script. So, Young and the Restless, what you guys got? Who's going first?
I don't have a Young and the Restless flip. I couldn't think of anything good this week for them.
Really? Okay. All right, what you got?
For me, for Y&R, you know, honestly, I guess really, I go back to, you know, the whole Adam and Sally and Nick situation.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like, where do you go now? What's the story going to be now that the baby's gone? I just wish the baby wasn't gone. I don't know. I guess for this week, because that was really last week, but it just kind of lingers in my mind.
Okay.
But I guess if I had to pick something for this week, it would be that somebody would have caught Audra and Kyle, like Kyle coming out of her room all disheveled or something. Somebody would have caught, like maybe Phyllis sneaking back into the hotel.
Listen, you took my flip.
That would have been a good one.
Letitia, I'm sorry.
That would have been a really good
because one. I mean, she is roaming around the hotel, walking into Michael's room. Why not walk into that room that Kyle was in? Busted.
Right. At least walk by whenever he's slinking out, you know, half still tucking his shirt in.
Right.
For a half a second, I thought Jack saw who he was going upstairs with.
Right. I thought so too, but he didn't get a chance. She had already went up the stairs.
Yeah, she's quick on her feet.
Oh my God. J Money said it turns out that the mannequin was right. She did tell Thomas Hope wants him. He said that mannequin was a psychic.
That mannequin, that's one of those, remember on the, like if you go to a boardwalk somewhere and they have the fortune teller behind the glass?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Put your dime in. I guess Thomas put his tongue in. He got his fortune from the dummy.
Oh, jeez. That is funny. Happy Dee Dee, she says she's a newbie and she will be back. Love y'all over here.
Yay. Oh, cool. Hit that like button.
Yes, thank you. Welcome. It's a lot of you guys over here. I don't know if you guys came through the, because I'm on TikTok now too. So I don't know if you came from the TikTok or the Instagram side. But I appreciate you guys coming over here, enjoying the content. Make sure you subscribe so you'll get notified. I do recaps. I do early spoilers, casting updates, and we do the live every Friday night. So, yep, I'm glad you are enjoying it. Was that your end of your flip the scripts, you guys? Because I think that's all I had. I can't think of nothing else for Young and the Restless.
For Y&R.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so V Carter says flip the script. Stop trying to make Chance and Abby happen. They do not want Chance and Abby. Oh, okay. Thank you for hitting the like button, Happy Dee Dee. I appreciate you. Ron Julian says flip the script. The Young and the Restless Summer will be watching. Wait a minute. Flipping the script for The Young and the Restless is Summer will be liking watching paint dry. I don't know. I think there's some typos in there. Try to put it in there again, Ron. TA says Summer see Kyle going upstairs, follows him, and see him going into Audra's room. Yeah, I mean, how are you walking into the GCAC and you because they were talking at that door for a minute. And they were dancing together in the middle of the jazz lounge.
Yep.
I mean, it's all out in the open. Kind of like exactly. Kind of like Hope and Thomas.
Wrote that.
Exactly. Bree said Kyle gives Summer an ultimatum to save their marriage. Either cut Phyllis out or go to police so Summer faces consequences. That's Bree. Okay, so I think that's all. Alright, so what you got for bold?
My bold flip is a pretty obvious one. Steffy should have immediately told Finn what happened as far as Liam kissing her in Rome.
Gotcha. Yeah, she, What you got, Trish?
So mine is a little dark.
Okay.
So I wish that when Liam was in his tirade, instead of Hope's bottom lip quivering and her having the upset cry face, I wish she would have gone dark and actually put her hands on him and shoved him back against the fireplace and said, after everything you've done to me, everything you've done with Steffi during our relationship, all the years, and this happens and this is how you're going to react and treat me, I've given you chance after chance. I wish she would have just absolutely turned it around and just gone dark. I'm not saying what she did was right, but that's what Liam would have deserved.
She tried to go there, yesterday's episode?
Yeah.
When she tried to tell him, hey, I hurt you, but you hurt me too.
That was more begging. I'm talking about just take control of the conversation and just absolutely spew the venom. Every ounce of venom that you've been holding back, trying to hold this marriage together all this time.
Gotcha.
Just unleash,
Gotcha. Mine would have been a little bit on the side with Taylor and Ridge. If I was Taylor, I'd be like, you know what, you go be happy. When this go wrong, don't come crawling back over here. I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done.
I wouldn't have even given them that much. I'd have just been like, all right, I'll see you later.
Bye.
I hate that.
Let the door hit you where the good Lord split you.
Don't even give him the conversation. Just say, okay, that's good for you. And just walked out of the room and left him there. So,
let me ask you guys a quick question. That scene, going back to that scene with Brooke and Taylor, when Taylor said, I don't want to continue to go through this. Do you want to continue? And they was like, no, I don't want to do this with you either. So, are they trying to fix something here as they move on? Are they going to be cordial now, or what?
I would prefer them to be cordial, because what it's going to end up looking like, which is what it always ends up looking like, is Taylor is being the petty, bitter hater.
Yep.
Right.
Just let that woman move on with her life,
please.
Exactly. I got you.
I wish that she hadn't even gone to see Brooke. Just let it go. You going and lecturing Brooke and lecturing Ridge about Brooke's past has never worked.
Mm-hmm.
So just stop it.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't just be done with this. I mean, okay, they put them back together. Fine, let's move on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so Ron says his flip the script was Audra stop being thirsty. Trent said flip the script, have Billy not go along with the idea to hire Diane. Okay, good. Trent said for bold, Liam kissing RJ instead of Steffi. Okay.
Liam kissing RJ.
Yeah.
instead of
But
Steffy.
that's his. Wait a minute. No, that's not his brother. I'm thinking about Thomas. Okay.
Men, they're straight men.
Ron says, flip the script for Bold. J Money told you, ladies, not to trust these writers. They're gonna make Finn crazy like Sheila, and he was spot
No,
on.
they're not. That's not happening.
Okay, Short and Sassy says Bold flip. Hope and Thomas do the deed right then and there. Dang, everybody is rooting for this one. Man.
Yep.
Bree said Bold flip. When Liam forces Hope to say she cheated, Hope stopped crying and laughs at him. She then tells Liam, yes, I did it, and Thomas will be in our sheets tonight. Oh!
Dang.
Wait a minute. Let me see.
Brutal.
That was savage. Okay, I'm going to have to pin that one. That was savage. Okay. Let's see. J Money said his bold flip would have been when Ridge told Taylor about getting back with Brooke. She called Deacon right in front of him and said, Deacon, come over here and blow my back out on my patient's couch. God, y'all crazy.
My sparred kind of Friday night. I see.
Oh, my two moderators are going crazy in here. Okay, Vinny flip for Bowl. Have Steffi be upfront with Finn about Liam kissing her in Rome, or have Steffi slap the you-know-what out of Liam after he kissed her the second time.
I would like that.
Yeah, I knew Trish would have liked that one.
And I really do promise I'm truly not a violent person in real life. But on the stove.
Trish, stop it. You know you bringing violence. Come on now.
Light it up.
Bree got another bold flip. After Liam decides to move out, Hope looks for a place of her own off of Mom's property and take charge of who she can and cannot see without. That's the other thing. How Thomas is staying with the granddaddy, right?
No, I thought he ended up moving out after they found out he told that lie.
Okay, so where is he staying at?
He went back to that apartment with Paris.
Okay, he can't bring it. Is Paris still in there?
Yeah.
I assume so.
And Hope ain't gonna want Thomas down in that cabin tearing up the couches and stuff. So, they gotta go somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe
he at Forrester Creation.
Listen.
Everybody else seems to bang it out there.
Listen, maybe he need to put a sock on the door so if Paris come there, she'd be like, "Oh, I can't come in right now."
Well, surely there's still the set for the Brooks bedroom line. They have the bed in there somewhere at Forrester Creation.
Well, oh my goodness. Okay. Let's see. Any more? Okay. Ron says for Bowl, Sheila has twins, and who's the baby's daddy? What are you talking about, Ron? Helena says Hope admits that she kissed Thomas and she liked it. She should have said, "Yeah, I kissed him and I liked it too."
It was not.
So what? And then, because he was going to divorce her anyway, so she might as well put it out on the table.
Right.
Aditya said that's a better flip. Hope listing every incident he sent her through. That's a good one. Aditya said Rich telling Taylor to stop trash talking my wife, Brooke, and plotting and planning. Aditya, you must be a Logan fan.
She absolutely is. You can tell.
I can tell. That's okay. I got all kind of fans over here. We appreciate all of them.
I love all the characters, but let's just be real here.
Dewan
do no wrong in her eyes.
Dewan says my flip on Bowl. I think Taylor should have told Ridge to get lost a long time ago. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And Aditya also said Ridge telling Taylor to stop using their kids to get to him or Brooke. Aditya is on a mission.
Aditya, man, did you not see Ridge chasing Taylor across a mountain? Because I know that's what we all saw.
Right.
I mean, the pine cone incident, I mean, come on, man.
That was Thomas's fault.
Oh, right. Thomas threw the drink down from the roof. I forgot.
Caroline Tomlinson says, my flip on Bold is just to have some different storylines. I'm actually enjoying them.
Yes. I actually like the Thomas, and it's getting real messy, but I do agree that some of these triangles are a little dated.
Well, only thing that I don't like is this thing with Steffy and Liam. Liam, it's jeez, yeah. That's
He's got
crazy.
some nerve.
I know. All right, so who's taking some seats? We got our last segment. And for those that are new in the chat, these are folks that we wish we would just go sit down somewhere and shut up. They need to take several seats. All right, what you got?
Kyle, his mama, and his daddy. They can all take seats. Because Kyle is a cheater right now. Even though he's hurt, he's still a cheater.
And give you a license to cheat.
Yeah, and his dad, because he ain't got no business putting Diane in that HR position.
Nope.
The what was she? The chief talent
Human
manager,
resources officer.
Yeah.
No. All right, what you got, Trish?
So for Y&R, Liam, for Bold and the
Wait a
Beautiful.
minute. For Y&R, Liam.
For CBS, Liam.
Oh my gosh.
For every single show on TV, Liam needs to take a seat.
You are silly. Okay.
I agree with Keisha. Definitely the Abbott clan.
I'm gonna give Audra a seat because she's a sneaky snake. And I'm gonna give Mariah a seat.
Oh, yeah.
Because Mariah is being self-righteous, talking about, you did Summer, she's just a horrible person. Okay. You got history too, girlfriend. Shut up.
Sure.
Shut it up. Go sit down somewhere, Mariah. And I think Audra, Mariah, and is there anybody else?
Was that a sneeze, Keisha?
It was a small hiccup.
Oh, okay.
I think
I thought it was this little petite sneeze.
I gotta give Phyllis a C for busting in on Michael's little party for his wife. Like, girl, that man was in his drawers.
He was all ready to go, revved up.
He had the wine. He was flexing his muscles. He was ready to go, and Phyllis just came up in there and busted in his room. I'm like, girl, if you don't go somewhere.
And evidently he said she ate all the chocolate-covered strawberries.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
She did eat all the chocolate-covered strawberries. It's like, really, Phyllis? Yeah, you're going to take a seat for that one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, what y'all got for Bold? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me get these YR seats out of here. Hold on 1 second. Okay, Short and Sassy says Mariah, Kyle, Audra, Diane, Jack, Victoria, Nate, and Nick for how he treated Adam. Ooh-wee. She got a whole... Yeah, she got a whole section of seats. TA says Kyle and Mariah are hypocrites. V.E. Carter says Victoria can take a seat. Katana Caramel, welcome. That's a new name. She said Diane and Phyllis need to both shut up.
I agree.
She said they sit in the same boat. Ron Julian says Audra, Kyle, Phyllis, and everyone take a seat. I would give Josh Griffin a pass. Okay. Bree says Audra, take a seat at the nearest clinic since she's moving like a 304 running through these unavailable men like water. Whoa, Bree came with the smoke. Well, we lost Keisha.
Oh no.
Hopefully she'll pop back in. Bold, take a seat. Liam and Hope. Let me see. I don't want to jump to Adita. Okay. Anybody else? Okay. All right. These are Bold. Okay. What you got? Trent Perry says definitely Kyle and Diane and Jack can take a seat. Yes, they can.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Keisha's back.
Yay!
Okay, so who y'all? Oh,
Because she knows.
wait a minute,
She knows.
Keisha, that's your girl.
I know, but I'm still hold her accountable.
Oh, I know. I'm just messing with you.
Absolutely. I'll be held accountable.
Go ahead.
She's still gonna be held accountable too.
Okay.
She can take a seat.
Okay.
Liam for sure.
Mm-hmm.
For kissing her twice.
Mm-hmm.
And for being a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Ridge and Taylor. Or Ridge and Brooke, sorry. Just because.
Uh-oh.
We
Keisha?
lost her video audio.
Yeah, her audio went out.
Well, if you can hear us, oh, there she went.
Okay, go ahead, Trish. What you got?
I agree with everything she said, and I think too, Hope needs to take a seat. She needs to control herself because Thomas has done a lot of work, and as fun as it's going to be to watch all that go down and however soon it's going to happen, she's stirring a pot now, and I don't know if you'll be able to put the lid back on the pot.
Okay.
What about you? What do you think?
Oh my goodness. Well, y'all were already taken Brooke and Ridge, and y'all said Steffy and Hope and Liam. I mean, what do I have to pick except for Monday? I'll tell Monday's episode to take a seat because I was disappointed because they came off of that with nothing after coming off that Friday cliffhanger. Yeah. Monday, I didn't even do the recap on Monday until the next morning because I was like, you know what, I'm pissed.
Dang.
I'm like, they came back with this. Brooke and Ridge was stuck in Rome. Well, they weren't stuck. They stayed in Rome while everybody else was on that plane. And I'm like, that's it?
Yeah.
That's all we getting on Monday? So, yeah, Monday's episode can take a seat for me. All right, what you got?
What happened Monday?
This past, my take a seat for Bold was this past Monday's episode.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I'll keep playing. I mean, the guy was nice. Andrea, what's the last name?
Bocelli?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, he was good. I mean, but it's like, who want to watch
the story around it?
Yeah, the story around is like blah, 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 blah. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, that was a good take a seat.
What you got, Keisha, for your take a seat for Bold?
Oh, sorry. Before I got rudely cut off by my own phone. I think it cut me off at Brooke and Ridge. They can take a seat just because their whole love story thing is old. Taylor can take a seat because we're tired of hearing her same old speech about those two being together. Just move on with your life, girl.
Right.
I think that was it this week.
Okay, cool. Well, let's see what we got.
No, that's not it. I'm sorry. RJ and Eric can also take a seat because I'm tired of listening to them fangirl over Ridge and Brooke's relationship.
Yeah, that's weird.
Literally every scene RJ has been in has been about his mom and his dad getting back together, and then he follows it up with, "But I want to stay out of the family drama."
Right.
You obviously don't because that's all you talk about.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Okay, so TA says Liam and Steffy take a seat. The hypocrites. Trent Perry says Liam can take a seat for getting that pissed off, but Taylor is still being this upset by Ridge and Brooke after all these years. Sally Lewis says Thomas take a seat and return for more therapy. He didn't do anything this week.
Right, what Thomas do?
Katana Caramel. I like that name. It's Katana Caramel. Brooke, Ridge, and all the characters on the show that are Team Destiny. They really need to hush. Go ahead on, Katana. Trent says definitely Kyle and Diane and Jack on YNR. He also says Trent Perry said Nick can also take a seat. He don't seem to be helping anyone. Happy Dee Dee. Oh, they call her Sneaky Stank Audra. Sneaky Stank. Vita's worship says Nate's side parts can take a seat.
His side parts.
Yeah, cause some people was called. Remember I told you some people call him what's that guy that was on Different Strokes?
Well, not Willis.
Arnold.
Arnold, yeah.
With that part in his head. Oh my gosh. Vinny said they all need to take a seat and rest on bowl. Aditha said Phyllis and Summer need to take a seat. Victoria and Nate need to take a seat. J Money says Hope, Liam, Steffy. Liam and Steffy for being the biggest hypocrites and kissing twice. And Hope for getting Thomas all hard up and ready, then leaving him with the blue balls. He is so funny. Aditha says Liam needs to take a seat. Short and Sassy says Brooke, Ridge, Liam, RJ, and Steffi for not being honest with her husband. Helena said Nate and Victoria. Happy Dee said Brooke needs to take a seat, period, full stop. Helena says Ridge take a seat with a pine cone and a peephole.
Peephole.
She didn't say keyhole. She said a peephole.
Peephole.
Ron Julian says bribe Bell for this stupid wash, rinse, and repeat.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Eric needs to take a seat by Dewan. Bree says Liam and Hope. Liam just live in your soapbox. Hope take a seat on Thomas. Whoa.
Uh-oh.
You will.
Oh my God.
She's doing that fantasy already.
Oh my God. Take a seat on Thomas and send Liam the tape. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, Bree came with violence. I mean, the girl is savage. Aditha said Taylor needs to take a seat and stay out of Bridges' marriages. Aditha, boy. You know what? Maybe I should have a sector to be the team leader of the Logan squad.
They're not married.
Aditha needs to be the leader over there.
That is true. Trish said they're not married.
No, did they?
So technically,
did they get their
marriage?
Did they get an annulment?
I can't remember if it was an annulment or a divorce.
Okay. I don't know, but I'm wondering if they're going to
marry Taylor. They have not gotten remarried. He's not married to anybody right now.
Yeah. J Money gave Aditha a new last name. Called her Aditha Logan.
We love you, Aditha, man.
Yeah, leave Aditha alone.
Leave Aditha alone.
You're awesome.
She is ride or die.
Yes, she is.
And you know what? We get it. We respect you for it.
Listen, and I gotta say, Aditha is always in my comment sections, whether it's the recaps, there's a lot of people that I see on the recaps that are also in this chat. So I appreciate all of you guys that listen to the recaps every day.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I got called out early this week from being too opinionated against I think Phyllis and Summer. I'm like, well, I mean, Phyllis did do something, so.
Yeah, I'm a total Phyllis fan, but man, I'm gonna call her out for her crap.
Yeah, That's my thing too. Is like I have my favorite. Steffi and Taylor are my favorite. Like I like Taylor and her kids.
Yep.
I'm more Team Taylor than I am Team Brooke, and I always have been from the beginning of this show. And the same with Phyllis. I love Phyllis. She's one of my favorite characters. So, but I'm not a fan to the point where I'm just going to blindly, support them. Yeah, I'm not going to ignore the stuff that they need to be called out on. When they need to be called out for the things that they do that are messed up, I'm going to do it. I'm going to still love them, but I'm going to still call them out.
Yep.
True friend right there.
Yep. Bree says, yes, they did get an annulment so he can marry Taylor quicker.
Okay.
Yeah, so that answers that question. And TA, thank you. I'm glad that you love the recaps. I'm glad that you like them. So, V. Carter said, it's your channel, but you're fair in your criticism. I try to call it out. I called Steffi out for not telling her husband that she kissed so-and-so. I called Liam out for being a hypocrite. I call Liam lame waffle boy Liam.
Oh, yeah.
I always call him a waffle boy. I call Ridge out. I tell Taylor that she needs to just keep it moving and stop chasing after Ridge. So, you know. But I think what really got it is when I called Phyllis a malignant narcissist. I think it was a sociopathic narcissist is what I said, and I don't think too many of the Phyllis fans like that comment.
Well, I'm a huge Phyllis fan, but you can't really argue with it lately.
Yeah, she is absolutely a narcissist.
I mean,
there's no doubt about it. Somebody that goes to their own funeral when they're supposed to be, when she should have been out of the country at this point, but she just could not help herself. And her ego could not take it. She had to go to that funeral just to see who was there and how they talked about her.
Yep.
She had to.
Yeah, she was getting what do they call that? Narcissistic supply. That's what it's called. She was feeding on all that energy of everybody being sad over her. Because every time somebody said, "We missed you and we were devastated," she get this big old smile on her face.
Yeah,
I'm like, girl.
The same smile I was talking about earlier, you guys. I mean, it's like the devastation, and she's like, got that smile on her face and cocking her head to one side. And,
you have a for real problem, mental problem.
Problems, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
that makes you happy.
Yeah, she's feeding off of the emotions of other people to make herself feel good. And that is definitely what a sociopath does.
And it's icky.
And it's icky. Yep. All right, you guys, we did 2.5 hours. We had a good time. The early spoilers came out last night and this morning. The full spoilers for next week. Oh, for Young and the Restless. There will be no episode on the 4th of July. It's going to be a classic. Oh my God, you so funny, girl.
Y'all know how I'm about them reruns.
Yep. So we're going to get a rerun. They didn't say about Bold yet, but I know for Young and the Restless, we're going to get a rerun on Tuesday. So, yeah. Now, with Bold, if they don't have a rerun, I'm okay with that because I need to see everything that's coming up next week.
Yeah.
You know. What'd you say?
I said, yeah, I can't wait for next week.
I know, right? Yeah, those reruns, you know, I mean, it's alright. I guess if you really want to kind of reminisce on some things, but yeah. So
we don't need to.
No.
What you saying with that? We don't need to.
During COVID, so we're now new stuff. Well, I have some news.
Oh, okay.
On 7/7, next Friday, I won't be available because I'll be celebrating my 33rd anniversary.
Yay!
Oh, happy anniversary!
Happy anniversary to you and your husband.
Thank you.
Are you going somewhere?
Happy Independence Day.
Oh yeah, you too. Are you going somewhere?
No, we're not. We just redid the backyard, and I think I shared with you the pictures of the porch after we got it poured, and now we got all of our wrought iron furniture back after we had it sandblasted and powder coated, and got all the new pillows. You know, just new. So we're gonna actually just do a little staycation, and have a nice romantic dinner, and just kind of hang out, chill out.
Oh, okay. Cool. So, anybody got any plans for the long weekend for the 4th?
Nothing big.
Well, I'm going to see Erykah Badu tomorrow night.
Oh, that's going to be great. Enjoy that.
What'd you say?
Enjoy that.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Those tickets we got back in April. And so they're coming to the United Center. Yeah, we actually got some pretty good seats on the floor too. So
nice.
I'm looking forward to that. And
that's this weekend?
Yeah, it's tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
My sister is actually in your neck of the woods. Trish, she went to go see Anita Baker tonight. with
Oh
my
my
cousin.
gosh. Oh, that would have been amazing.
Yeah, cool. And then anybody barbecuing or anything?
No.
No. Okay.
Well, because it's like 112 degrees here. It's not super exciting to be cooking outside just because it's y'all. It is. June is normally a high of like 94 here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, humidity, but it's not this oppressive heat index heat. And even though it's actually been a little bit low humidity, it is just hot, and it's miserable. And even like people are putting blocks of ice in their pools to cool them off.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
So I don't think I'm gonna do any cooking out now. There are some really, really great restaurants here in Houston. It's like Houston, I think, is one of the eating out capitals of the world at this point. So I will probably order something from one of the local barbecue places.
Yeah. I know one thing. I got to go get my pedicure done. My toes are screaming at me like, don't show up there with open-toed shoes tomorrow and you need to get your...
You know what? I need the same thing. I'm getting my hair done tomorrow morning, but I think I might go find me somewhere to get a pedicure because it's been about a month.
Well, yeah, it's an embarrassment for me to get a pedicure because my feet are so ticklish. I make a total fool of myself going to get a pedicure. I have to do it myself. I can't stand it. Like I will just embarrass myself dying laughing and jerking my foot away.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have like any. Yeah, I don't have like a whole bunch of scuff or corns or anything like that. It's just that I need a paint job.
Yeah, I need a paint job.
I need a paint job. So, because the color that I have for my son's graduation, which was last month, is time out. So.
Yeah, what color are you gonna go with?
I want to wear white because I'm also going on a all white boat cruise next weekend. So.
Oh, fun.
Girl, it's been a long summer.
Yeah,
summer just started.
Listen, I mean, I've been going somewhere every weekend just about, so.
That's good, though.
But that's good, though.
That's good.
Yeah. All right, you guys, I'm not going to keep you out. Have a safe holiday weekend. Stay tuned for the full spoilers for next week. And until then, okay, so Trish, you won't be here. So, either J Money or Bree, if you want to take Trish's spot. Keish, you gonna be here?
Yeah, I'll be here next
week. So if you want, one of you guys want to take Trish's spot, let me know. You can message me, email me Bree, or you can message me J Money on Instagram. So, all right, you guys. Until next time, have a good holiday weekend. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.